Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the Boardman cross-country team. The girls, of course, 3-time champions, the trifecta. Congratulations, young ladies.
Thank you.
Proud of you. You got your teammates in attendance. We'll get to them, but you get the first blood here on the player profile. We are joined by Gabby Vanetti, a sophomore, Morgan Russo, a junior, and Lauren Barrow, a senior. Ladies, welcome in.
Thank you.
Hey, Gabby, talk to me. You're the AAC Runner of the Year, county champion, and currently 13th on the all-time list as a sophomore. What is it like for you to kind of have not just those pressures, but to those achievements on a yearly basis in year two?
It's really nice, and I think that it's a good base starting off this year. And I just love that, like, my whole team, like, keeps pushing. Like, everyone has their group they stay with, and we just kind of drag everyone along, and then we're all keep getting better and better.
What drives you?
I would say making it out of regionals. That's what drives me to keep pushing, because each race before, and then that makes you better and more prepared for those ending races.
To be one of the top runners of all time, I mean, you've got to be some kind of a leader. What is your leadership style?
I just kind of always think positive and just push through everything. And I know my teammates will support me, and they'll always make me feel confident in myself.
Do you have a favorite subject in school?
Not really. It used to be English. Now I don't really like any of them. So
That works. It's still better an answer than a recess, which was always mine, or lunch. So
yeah, I would say lunch then.
there you go. What's the best food? What's the best lunch Boardman has?
I usually pack lunches. Like, I never buy, so I don't
Do you
really
pack it yourself, or does mom or dad pack
No,
it?
my mom does.
Okay, so what's the best thing mom packs?
I would say some barbecue chips.
Okay,
A
good trade value there.
Yeah, a good peanut butter sandwich, a cookie,
Okay,
water with one of those Sunkist strawberry packets you put in there,
okay.
and like maybe an apple or something.
All right, so that's all healthy. None of that would have ever made it into my lunchbox. I'm not lying to you. The cookie might have. Nothing else. All right, let's go to Morgan. Morgan, 22nd all time. Bring the energy for the team is what I was told. You keep things light. What is it about this team that you want to be that kind of, I don't know, person they look to keep things light, even in a bad day?
They just like really match my energy really well, and they make me feel included, like a lot. Like they just like every time like walk into practice, like they're all just like Morgan. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I just need to be positive and like help my teammates be positive. So I just bring out the jokes and like just try to be as bright as I can.
They said that you found your confidence later in the year.
Yeah, my mentality was really like way better than last year and the year before.
What happened?
A lot of like pep talks from my mom and my dad. I'm like sitting at the dinner table. I'm just like, oh, they're like going on with this again. But then I actually think about it and actually take their advice, and it really works if you actually like process it in your brain. You're like, this could actually help me do better, and I think it really did. So.
What's one thing that you learned this year that you want to pass on to your teammates up and coming, whether they're freshmen, sophomores?
Honestly, just always think positive about everything. And if you're feeling negative, just like try and talk to someone and see if they can help you feel more positive about it.
Who's your favorite teacher at Boardman? Past or present? I mean, you can have from all the way up.
I have to say Mrs. Piper.
Okay. And what does she teach?
English.
Okay, and why?
Because she's just like a really like positive person. She always helped me out with anything I was struggling with, and she just like has that like drive, and she drives you to like do better in everything. And so my grades in that class were like really good, and she just always was just positive and everything.
I like it.
Like her.
Do you look up to anybody on this team?
I really look up to Lauren because she, again, is really positive, and I'm just trying to make my mentality just better and better all the time. And she just like we fight like sisters.
Sure.
Like sometimes we get in fights sometimes, but like honestly, after that, I just don't really care. And I'm like, she's just trying to like help, and she's trying to give us like the best ways to make the team better. And I'm like, maybe I should just like chill out and let her do her thing, and maybe follow her because she is a good runner. So maybe if I kind of follow in her footsteps, then I'll be like her.
All right, that's a perfect segue. Lauren, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel I really appreciate that. And I mean, Morgan and I are cousins, and we see each other almost every day at practice, and we see each other a lot outside of school. Like I see her more than some of my siblings do. So
Wow.
there's gonna be some arguments here and there, but I mean, most of the time we're on good terms, and I just really appreciate that you think of me in that way, and I appreciate it.
So you're looked to as the senior leader of this team. What have been some of the challenges leading up to this point? Through all the championships and all the high points, there's obviously adversity that every team faces. What were some of the adverse moments during this season that you had to kind of look within, or turn to your teammates or turn to your coaches and kind of dig deep?
Well, for county, we only had 5 runners because the majority of the team, they all had some injuries, or they couldn't run because they were at a game. And being that, like seeing our biggest competition during county was Canfield. They were really trying to win county, and they had all of their 20 runners on the line. And even though there's 5 of us, I told my teammates, like, just go out, be with your person, do your thing, run your race. And you just gotta dig deep. And I mean,
Sure.
yeah.
Who are some of the leaders that you looked up to and got your leadership style from?
I kind of look from previous years. I looked up to my past teammates. They were.
It's okay.
So past years, I looked up to my teammates. During my sophomore year, they were seniors, and they really helped me understand what it's like to be a leader. They really inspired me because they were always there. They're always there for me, and that I always knew that I can go and talk to them if I ever had a problem, or if I needed like motivation. And they really inspired me to be that type of person for my teammates. And my teammates also like drive me, like I want to be a good leader for them because I care about them so much. So I try my best to help them as much as I can. So
I like it. So it says here you're 7th on the all-time list. I know I'm not a runner by any stretch of the imagination, but usually about the second or third lap around the park, I start telling myself in my head, okay, that's it. I'm done. The stitch comes in. What do the voices in your head say when the going gets tough, and how do you overcome them?
During some tough races, when I start to feel like the pain, I just keep telling myself, just keep running, just keep going. Usually it's like the last mile of the race, and I start to think like, oh, I can, like, there's only 1 mile left. I try to keep in my head like no negative thoughts at all, because once there's like one negative thought, it's like it's negativity is so contagious. So it's like once you think of it like one negative thing, it just keeps going and going. So I try to stay as positive as possible, even if I'm not feeling good. I say I feel good, because you got to fake it till you make it.
I like it. Fake it till you make it. All right, last question for you. Being a senior, there's going to be a lot of questions about what you want to do when you grow up. What do you want to do?
I'm not really like sure. I want to go into health science, like major in health science or major in nursing. If I did major in health science, I'd want to be like a physical therapist or an athletic trainer, because I really like just staying around this kind of environment. and I just like the human body. It's pretty cool
It's
what they
pretty,
can do.
pretty wild what
Yeah.
the body and the mind can do when you put it to it.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such a great leader, such great inspiration to all of these young ladies. Gabby, Lauren, Morgan, thank you very much for stopping by, and appreciate all you do. Best of luck and everything in the future.
Thank you so much.